I'm Spencer,
And I'm Black.
and this is The Itch, and we're here to review Ori and the Blind Forest. Yay! Ori and the Blind Forest is a game that came out on Steam and also the Xbox One.
Good job, Microsoft.
Mad props to you, Microsoft. It's an action platformer, Metroidvania style cartoon game.
Cartoons!
It's really cute. It's about 8 hours long is how long it took me to beat it.
So,
I could see people beating it in maybe 7 hours because I'm not a very good gamer and I get stuck at a lot of things.
you don't have to be good at your hobby.
That's
Except enjoy what you're doing.
There you go.
Bang.
I grew up with Mario, so I have a lot of experience with platformers, but I've admittedly fallen off the platformer bandwagon, as it were.
I would say they're walks of life.
But you know what? It never hurts to revisit it every once in a while.
It does hurt.
Go back to your roots.
Crash Bandicoot hurts.
So what's the story? The story is about Ori. Kind of a weird name, but there's like 4 characters in this game. It's not the biggest story-driven game ever. But Ori's adoptive mom dies, and he is left to explore this big forest on his own, where he uncovers a lot of secrets and a lot of issues that are going on in his little world.
Yeah.
It involves like an owl that's always trying to kill you. It's a giant owl, not a little owl. And then
Giant owl!
there's a little friend that pops up in there. And it's just kind of his struggle to
Scruggle.
establish family and all that kind of stuff. And of course, it all works out in the end.
The central theme being,
Yeah.
what will you do for your family?
There you go.
Bam, sis.
And it comes from different angles.
Ooh, snaps.
Several different angles.
Not just
4,
the one.
because there's 4 characters.
Yeah, these guys are ninjas with the storytelling, dog. Come from all over.
So the gameplay, again, is very Metroidvania. If you played Metroid or if you played
Vania.
Vania, both of those.
Vania's a good series.
Yeah. WrestleVania.
The vampires. Stone Cold Steve. Dracula.
Steve Dracula. So those kinds of games, if you're into those, you'll love this. It'll fit right in. It's side-scrolling. It's more complex in the platforming than it is the combat. The combat's actually really kind of disappointingly simple. It's just one button and you don't even aim it. It just kind of
kids.
it aims for you.
Oh god.
You're just running around. You hit the A button and it just shoots targets for you.
Oh, so you mean like Call of Duty?
Topical.
Okay, you have to hit this one instead of A. Anyway, keep going.
They're very different. So so in that it's disappointing, but the platforming is where it really shines. It does a really good job with it. The controls are really fluid, but I will admit that they sometimes step over each other.
Oh, snaps.
There's a part where I'm trying to jump over something, and I actually jump off it like this, which,
Shit!
you know, it happens when you get this many different platforming elements and crammed into one game. It kind of, you're going to get some walkover.
It's like a bad game of Twister.
Yeah.
So
So
or a
it's,
sexual one, depends.
it's okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with any Metroidvania, exploration is a lot of fun. So
Absolutely.
it definitely capitalizes on that and, you know, encourages you to find more and more and grow as a character.
Yeah, man. Adventure is what it's at, bro. So
Visuals are the game's strong suit, which is kind of a common thread with indie games.
Oh, snaps. Look at that. How did we know?
This game is gorge.
It's gorge!
You gorge.
It's so gorgeous.
It's very much like a Disney cartoon.
Disney. All the
Very,
way.
very detailed. Very, very detailed. With a lot of really well implemented effects.
Okay.
Like a lot of screen shake, a lot of blur, a lot of motion blur.
So they take what they got, and then they literally just expand as much as they can with what subject matter.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it's really, really, yeah, it's really, really well done. The visuals are, there's a water scene that was particularly moving. And the
water moves.
because it's a tide.
It moves.
Doing all that stuff. But graphically, there's no complaints here. A lot of wonderful effects and everything like that.
Good.
And it kind of meshes well with the sound. Again, another indie staple is that the soundtrack is usually pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Not a soundtrack I'd listen to outside of the game, but it's a good mood setter. And in certain parts, especially that water scene, it really kicks in to get your freaking blood pumping.
Yeah, man. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't. So, what are the pros of this game? Excellent platforming.
TLC reference.
Very solid platform. It's a perfect length for the price. About 8 hours is pretty solid for a $20 game.
Did you hear that, Sony?
Yep. $20. The order was $60, something like that. The story is brisk and gets the point across well. It's not the deepest story you'll ever find, but
it's not shallow like waterfalls. Can be. I don't
really just driving home this water element.
Yeah, man.
But it's
I
very
creep on these things.
very solid story.
Yeah.
Hits the point. Progression is steady and well executed, which is important for a Metroidvania game, and beautiful graphics.
We don't want no scrubs in the graphics.
So now you're doing a TLC, and the
I just saw the other guys again.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that movie.
I got you. So the cons. It controls a little bit goofy at times, kind of what I was talking about.
Backflipping off walls.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't do exactly what you wanted to do, and that's a little bit perturbing. But that's okay. It's just a little bit of a nuance. And then some instances got a bit frustrating just because there's some factors that I couldn't really control. For whatever reason, on one particular part that comes to mind, I was trying to move a boulder in a certain direction that I could normally walk. But for whatever reason, it wouldn't do it. And I was like, why isn't this working? I spent a good 20 minutes trying to figure that out. The game wanted me to do something else.
You know what I'm saying. So you couldn't walk this way, huh?
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Not TLC this time.
I don't want to close my eyes. I don't even want to blink.
You don't want to fall asleep.
Oh, that's the one.
That's
Whoops. I'm black. I'm not supposed to know.
Fair
Straight
enough.
out of cops.
You gotta pass. So would I recommend it? Absolutely. Definitely a recommendation for me.
Tell your kids.
Solid $20 purchase. If you like platforming and you like things that are maybe a little more whimsical, not as bloody or gory or anything
Don't take
like that.
themselves so seriously. But still have good values.
Yeah. This game is easily for you and will easily be worth the purchase. Everyone else, you should still get it, and it'll be a great Metroidvania romp. Remind you why you like platformers and all that.
Damn. You just got all technical on you, son.
Absolutely. I'm Spencer.
And I'm JD.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We produce new videos every week. Check us out on This Is The Itch on Twitch. Thanks for watching.
See ya. In a Kia. Not sponsored by Kia.